Hello there and welcome. I'm Aleckson. Make sure you turn up the volume of your earphones. Turn the volume up. Come and join me here right now as we do the Money Flow show. This is the weekly Money Flow show where we share the weekly Money Flow Oracle card reading and do live readings for viewers. So we are just right now in pre-show. Our regular watchers know that we spend the first 10 minutes of the show greeting our audience, catching up with everyone. We have a question of the day. It gives me a chance to make sure everything's working fine. Hi Emma, hello Joanne, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me. We're just in the pre-show, as you know, and that gives me an opportunity as a solo person who's doing all of this herself to share the video and to make sure that it's all working perfectly, make sure everything's going the way that we want it to. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your presence and your time that you give to me while I do this. And it is, of course, the weekly Money Flow show. I'm just editing the post so it's got all the information on it that anybody could possibly need. And then as soon as I've done that, save that. As soon as I've done that, I will... that didn't seem to work. Let's have a look what's going on here. There we go, fetching after. Okay, save it. All right. So thank you for joining me. Hi Maria, lovely to see you. Thanks for joining me as always. And hi Kim, lovely to see you. Just in pre-show at the moment. We spend the first 10 minutes just in pre-show, making sure everything's working all right. I'm just looking on the screen to see if it's working all right, and I'm going to also take a moment to share it onto my profile so that our friends over there know where we are watching the show. Oftentimes we have people over there trying to find us and are not sure where to find us, so I'm just going to let them know where we are. Just let me copy and paste that and paste that and post that. I'm just posting that in there now. And one more place. Hi Megan, lovely to see you. If anybody doesn't know, Megan actually won the free session from last week. If you don't know, I give away a free session on every one of these shows. Every week I give away a free session, and there's only 3 things that you need to do in order to go in the draw to win one of those sessions. You need to share this live or when it goes into replay mode, like the page and Aleckson Transformational Speaker, and of course tag a friend in the comments so that we get you inviting your friends over here. So share, like the page, and tag a friend in the comments, and you'll go in the draw to win a free 20-minute session valued at $97 with myself and all that is, for healing, for channeling, for guidance, for insight, for whatever your soul needs most of all. Thanks, Megan. And hello, Kimberly. Kimberly, I saw you there saying hello, so thank you for that. Now, let me again just share this one more time into... Thank you for joining me. Hi Vicky, hello Nellie, lovely to see you. Thanks for joining me as always. Anybody who's joining us who doesn't know, my name's Aleckson. I am the Soul Speaker, and I give a voice to the power within. Today we are here for the Money Flow show. This is a show that we do every single week. As part of the show, we do the live weekly Money Flow Oracle card reading using the Money Flow Oracle cards. And then we open up and do live readings for people who are watching. So if you're wanting a live reading, we're here. We're going to do those a little later. Our first 10 minutes, so for another 5 minutes. We've got 5 more minutes before we get started in the proper show. What we're doing. Hi Amy, lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate everybody's comments and everyone's presence. So I've got a question of the day for you, so I'd love to hear in the comments. The question of the day is, what's one piece of advice, just one piece of advice that you wish someone had given you in that last year of school? What's that one piece of advice that you really think you would have benefited from if someone had told it to you before you finished school? Hi Naomi, lovely to see you. Even though I feel like we have seen each other because we've communicated on Facebook this morning. So wonderful. So as I was saying, Megan Jane Egan won last week's free session, a $97 value 20-minute session with me and all that is, for guidance, healing, whatever your soul is calling for. That's a great one, Emma, isn't it? To never give up. Absolutely, never give up. So all you have to do to be in the draw to win this week's 20-minute session is to share this live, or if you prefer, you can share it as a replay when it's finished going live, to like my page, an Aleckson Transformational Speaker, and then to tag a friend in the comments. So jump down into the comments and invite a friend to come along. Perhaps there's someone out there that you know of who's been looking for some guidance today, or perhaps isn't in a financial position to receive any. So tell them to jump over here. They can get a free reading of a Money Flow Oracle card reading, but it's general guidance as well. Kim, trust and follow your heart. Yes, that would have been a nice piece of advice to receive before finishing school, wouldn't it? And Joanne, yeah, absolutely. To know, I don't know whether it would have been a good piece of advice to know that you never stop learning. I think after 12 years of school and high school, you'd be kind of worried about that piece of advice. But again, it is still a very good piece of advice. And Dorothy, don't be afraid to quit and start again. Oh, look, I think that's so important, Dorothy. What a great, yeah, I like that. I like that answer to the question. And Amy's saying it's okay to not know what you want to be when you grow up. I mean, I still don't. And I'm well beyond, midlife. Well, I'm sort of in midlife. But, yeah, absolutely. It's okay to not know what you want to be when you grow up. So all these answers are for the question of the day, which is, what's one piece of advice that you wish someone had given you in your last year of school? What's the one thing that you wish someone had said to you that you now know to be a truth, and it would have served you in those in the past years since school? So thank you for joining me for the Money Flow Show. For those who don't know, my name's Anne Aleckson. I am the Soul Speaker, and I give a voice to the power within through direct voice channeling, a highly evolved non-physical stream of consciousness that we call All That Is. And we offer information and also transformation through the vibration of the words that we speak. Vicky's saying, follow your heart and dreams, be yourself. Absolutely. And Enara, I like this. Academic education is not the most important thing in your life. Good one. I like it. And Kimberly, of course, you are always enough. If only we all knew that at any age, really, it would just make such a difference in the world, wouldn't it? Thank you, everybody, for answering my question of the day. What's one piece of advice you wish someone had given you in your last year of school? We have 1 minute until we get started. Don't forget to take part in the free giveaway, which is a 20-minute session valued at $97, where myself and All That Is will spend that time with you, offering whatever you need from your soul and your higher self. All you have to do to be in the draw is to share this live or share it as a replay once it is finished. Like my page, Anne Aleckson Transformational Speaker, and tag a friend in the comments now so that they can come and join us. So here we are. we're at the time now to get started. So welcome and thank you so much for joining me for this week's Money Flow Show. What we do in the Money Flow Show is share insight and guidance with you through doing the weekly Money Flow Oracle card reading for this week, which will be the 20th until the 26th of February. So we'll be doing the group or collective Money Flow Oracle card reading very soon. And then we will open up and we will invite those of you who wish to partake. We will open up and invite you to ask for a live reading here as we sit working with you, speaking with you. So thank you so much for joining me, and you're most welcome to continue to answer the question of the day as we go through the show. The question of the day is, what's one piece of advice you wish someone had given you in your last year of school? And don't forget that we are giving away a free 20-minute session valued at $97. All you have to do to be in the draw for that is to share this live or share it as the replay once we're finished. Like my page, Aleckson Transformational Speaker. And the last thing you have to do is tag a friend in the comments. Invite a friend to come over and join us, someone who perhaps is looking for some insight and some guidance, either on money or anything else really, because while these cards are focused on money flow, they also very much work with just the general energy as well. So please invite a friend if you choose to do so. And if you do, you will go in the draw as long as you've done those other two things as well. The winner will be announced on midday Wednesday, so within 48 hours. So make sure that you do all of those things and get into the draw. Now, for those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who do, bear with me while I have a quick chat with those who don't. My name is Aleckson and I am the Soul Speaker. I give a voice to the power within through direct voice channeling, a highly evolved non-physical stream of consciousness that we call All That Is. And when All That Is speaking through me, they provide information, transformation and healing through the vibrational frequency of the words that we speak. So our purpose here is to help you to stop struggle, find flow, so you can start fulfilling your potential, live your purpose with peace and prosperity. So if that's something that you're looking for, I'm glad that you're here. So thank you so much for being here. And what I'm going to do right away, I hope all of that just made sense to you. I'm just getting into my state of mind, my very light trance state. So I do tend to drift off a little bit. So, yes. So I'm shuffling the cards. I'm looking for a card for the money and the general energy for this week, the 20th to the 26th of February 2017. And as I do so, the guides are coming in very strongly. Oftentimes what happens is that the guides come through and speak before we do the actual reading. And I feel very strongly that they're wanting to do that today. So I'm going to allow that to happen. And by the way, thanks everybody for commenting on my lovely green. Some of you may know that green is, I'm quite obsessed with it and have been for probably 7 or 8, maybe 10 years. I wear it constantly. Everything I've got is green. I used to have green nail polish that I would wear all the time. And I thought I'd move beyond this obsession, but apparently it's come back again. So, yes. I see why it's come back again. I'm moving back into, well, I'm not moving back into it, but I'm learning to no longer deny my healing abilities. And they're coming through very strong, very galactic healing, light healing stuff that's going on these days. Always been there for me, but I've kind of kept it quiet and shared it only with private clients. And with you guys on the show, of course, I do tend to do some bits and pieces of work with people as I need to. Great advice, Liz. Yeah, stay true to yourself. Absolutely. There's been heaps of great pieces of advice that I've seen coming through. Yes, Melanie, it is the colour of Moldavite, absolutely, which is a gem that I love as well. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not getting a card coming out, so what I'm going to... We all know why, don't we? So what I'm going to do is take a moment. I'm going to invite each and every one of you who are here with me at this time to breathe in and out at your own pace, to just bring yourself into this moment in time, collectively gathering, bringing our full heart space with us, tapping into our own higher self, preparing to receive whatever you need to receive, whatever you're desiring to receive at this point in time. Just breathing and relaxing, bringing yourself into now, nothing else to worry about, nothing else out there in the world that needs your attention right now. And as you breathe, I want you to invite back all of the aspects of you that are out there in other time-space dimensions, and also all of the energy that you've put out into the human life that you're living this morning, today, as you've been going about living your life, all of your energy that you've put out there in the world, just inviting that all back in right now into your heart space, feeling it all gathering there. The energy that you put out into the world today, but also your soul aspects, your higher self aspects, your higher self and higher self and higher self and higher self, and on and on. All of the aspects of you, all of the aspects of you that want to join in this conversation today, and there are many, gathering now in this moment in time. Nothing else exists right now. Greetings, we are here. We are, as always, delighted to be here with you, to serve you in this way, through this being. We are all that is, and so are you. We wish to remind you of that in every communication that we have with you, that you are simply the physical manifestation of all that is. In other words, you are powerful beyond what you currently believe yourself to be. You are connected to all that is. You are indeed the physical manifestation of all that is. Now, we wish to impress upon you that if you are indeed the physical manifestation of all that is as you are, we promise you that there is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. There is nothing that you cannot create. There is nothing that you cannot live right now. Whether that be more money flow, whether that be more creative flow, whether that be more relationship flow, whatever it is for you, you are all that is. You are the creator of it. And if it's not being created the way you wish it to be, then simply turn away from what you're currently creating and start creating anew, you see. You are that powerful. You are the physical manifestation of all that is. And now we wish to share with you some very relevant news, so to speak, or some very relevant information. We wish to tell you at this time that you are about to enter a momentous occasion, a momentous period of time, a momentous evolutionary time. And we are telling you this now simply to allow you to step more fully into who you truly be, because as you step more fully into who you truly be, as you become all that you are already, in other words, as you stop playing smaller than you are, the evolutionary changes that are coming, indeed the world changes that will coming, will be easier for you the more that you can be in your highest self, the more that you can know yourself as all that is. And so we are impressing upon you the need to do that now, to remember who you really are. Not just to remember it, because we know that each and every one of you that we're speaking with on this occasion, through this medium, we know that each of you know this, but we also know that many of you don't live it, you see. And so as we speak, we are working energetically with you, vibrationally with you, in order to allow you to be more finely tuned to that which you are, to truly start to embody that which you are, to become that which you are indeed becoming, so to speak. We are all that is, as are you. Thank you. Yes, that was interesting. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, everybody. I enjoyed that message, and I noticed that I took my glasses off. And of course, I questioned that, because I said, why am I taking my glasses off? And then my eyes opened and I'm looking at the screen, and I was thinking, normally when I'm looking at the screen I get a little distracted. If I'm channeling and I'm looking at the screen, I get distracted by all the pretty stuff, all the shiny objects, all the comments. So I noticed that my glasses were taken off today, which is very interesting to me. And when I did open my eyes, I wasn't able to see anything but blurry things. So I wasn't distracted. Isn't that interesting? I think they're trying to tell me something. Oh, that's wonderful, Heather. I'm so glad that it's what you needed today. We're not finished yet, though, because I haven't done the Money Flow Oracle card reading. Now, please understand, the guides are still here. This whole evolution that we're going through, this whole ascension that we're going through, is about bringing those parts of ourselves that we might call all that is, or that we might call our higher self or our soul self. Our evolution is about bringing those parts in and living with those parts, embodying those parts, being that in the world, being our highest self as a human being, walking the earth, so to speak. And so I say that to simply say to you that they're still here. And we collectively are going to do the Money Flow Oracle card reading. I'm going to start shuffling the cards and see what cards come up today for the weekly Money Flow Oracle card reading for this week, which is the 20th to the 26th of February 2017. I forget things from time to time. Yes, big capital letters from Erin. Thank you, I appreciate that. And everyone else who's commenting about the message, thank you. So let's get ourselves a card. And again, please do remember to go in the draw for the free session with me. It's a 20-minute session. It's valued at $97, or at least that's what I charge for it when I do it for people. All you have to do to go in the draw, which will be drawn on Wednesday, so in 48 hours, all you have to do is you have to share this live or share it as a replay once it's finished. Like the page, an Aleckson Transformational Speaker, and tag a friend in the comments so that they can come. We're about to start doing, I'm going to do the weekly Money Flow Oracle card reading for this week, and then I'm going to open up and start doing some live readings. So Meta, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry that you missed the channeled message. However, you can watch it later on the replay. That will still be here. I am about to do the Money Flow Oracle card reading for this week, and then we're going to open up for live reading, so stick around for that as well. Jen's just saying, I was listening to the message with my eyes closed and seeing pink light all around. That's lovely. Oh, Erin, thank you. So Erin's just saying, Meta, do listen to the replay. It was amazing. It felt amazing from me too. It feels so powerful. It feels like we're really being urged to be fully in our power, to really step into our power, because we're not. Even all of us who do this work, even all of us who develop ourselves, who spend hours and hours doing this development work, we're still not fully being as powerful as we can be. We can change the world. And by the way, this week's Money Flow Oracle card reading is around that. So I don't know if you noticed, but as I was shuffling, a card kind of popped out, and so I picked it up. And so what I want to say is that this week's Money Flow Oracle card reading card, and it's for money, but it's also for the general energy. So I want to talk about money first. The card is the peace card. I know you can't see it because we're mirror image, but it says peace. And there's a little peace symbol in the center of it. And what this card wants to speak to, first of all, with regards to money, is something that I often talk about, and that is that when I look at each and every one of you as I speak to people individually, I see, you know, I often will be on Skype talking to clients about money and all the things that they need money for. And I see all around them the house, the car, the cash, the this, the that, whatever it is, swirling around them, swirling around them, swirling around them. And I see that all the worry and the angst and anxiety and stress and fear that they have around money, this thing called money, that is so important as a human being, or has been so important as a human being, all the fear, anxiety, worry, stress, arguments, relationship problems, everything around money, around abundance, around receiving what all this stuff that you've been putting out rockets of desire for. The thing that keeps them from being made manifest into physical reality is actually the fear, the stress, the worry, and all of those sorts of things. So as I was saying, I see clients and they've got all this stuff swirling around them metaphysically, and as we talk about releasing their fear, as we clear out the worry, as we clear out all of the old drama around money, it starts to come. It starts to come closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. So I'm saying that to say to you that as you become peaceful around money, as you find peace around money and your relationship with it, as you find peace in your relationship with money, the money, or whatever money represents for you, what you desire to be living will start to come in, will start to come in, will start to come closer to you. An energy of peace around money draws peace around money towards you, and draws indeed the money toward you, draws to you the thing that you so desire. And now the second part of this message, because the second part of this card reading today is about collective energy, not so much money flow, but energy flow, peace. Again, what they're saying is the message that we delivered a moment ago, the channeled message that came through from all that is, this card is relevant to that as well, because what I'm hearing is, what they're saying to me is that when you can be in your full power, when you start to recognize yourself as all that is, indeed when you, because we know you all recognize yourself as that to some degree, but when you start to embody it, when you embody it, you will be in peace. And then you will go out into the world in peace as a vibration of peace. And you will encourage everyone around you to slip into the vibration of peace in your presence. In other words, anyone who would wish to argue with you will not be in your presence, and or will indeed come up to your vibrational level when you are the strongest vibration, you see. And further to that, as you walk out into the world affecting everybody's vibration around you, bringing it up to your vibration of peace, it is inevitable that peace will reign on earth. It is inevitable. It is happening, and it will happen one person at a time. Start with you. So thank you. So that's our weekly Money Flow Oracle card reading from myself and All That Is, and a channeled message that we did a little earlier, so please watch that if you missed it. And now, my darlings, it's time. We have, look at that, talk about perfect timing. We've got half an hour to do some readings, some live Money Flow Oracle card readings for you. For some of you, it will be around money. For others, it will be around the general energy and any question that you have. Thank you, Carol. It is a great message about peace. All right, so I'm going to just pull a card for as many people as I possibly can. If I don't get to you, please know that I actually have on my website a place where you can go and get a free card reading. It's a video reading, but it still works beautifully, of course, because this is about your energy, not my energy. So I'm going to start doing these. If you miss, there's a link somewhere, or there will be a link where you can go and have it. Excuse me, I'm releasing some energy, so perhaps someone who's asking a question right now has some healing work to be done. So let me start and see what we come up with. So I'll just have to have a sip of water, lots of speaking. And here we go. Kim, I want to draw a card for you first of all, my dear. Let's see what's going on with you. And we're going to be doing a general card here for you. Kim, nice. I know you can't read it, but I want to show it to you anyway. It's the Flow card. Yeah, so Kim, what they're saying is that just let go. Let go, let go, let go. You're holding on to something tightly. You're holding on to something tightly which is stopping you from experiencing something that's more in flow for you. So perhaps, Kim, there's something that you're thinking about changing in the way that you do things to some degree. They're saying that that's the thing to do, to allow that old way to go and invite the new way in. Step into flow. Stop the struggle and step into flow, which we love to say, of course. So Kim, flow. First of all, they're saying, yes, let go of an old way and step into an easier way. And they're also saying that you are coming into a time of flow. So the sooner you step into that, the sooner you allow what wants to be leaving you to leave and step more into flow, then flow, flow, flow will just continue flowing for you. You'll truly just simply allow the river of, I can feel this very strongly, allow the river of those who you serve to come find you. So that's lovely. Hope that helps. I always say I hope that helps. All right, next, let's have a look. Erin, of course we'll do one for you. Thank you very much for joining us. Always appreciate your presence. Oh gosh, look at that. I feel like, Erin, that there's a part of your life that you're not taking responsibility for, that you're giving the responsibility of it to someone else, and we're going to urge you to take back that responsibility. Indeed, to be totally fully responsible for every single thing that's going on in your life. When you can sit there and say, okay, so this thing's happening, I'm going to take responsibility for it. Now, how do I change it? How do I make it be the way that I want it to be? And then allow those answers to come. So the first step is to claim responsibility for every single part of your life. And then you get the opportunity to make some different choices and to be consciously responsible instead of unconsciously responsible. So that was for Erin. Thank you, Erin. Liz, I'm not sure if you're saying thank you for the reading that we've done or whether you would like to have a reading, so just let me know. Michelle is saying, I enjoyed that. I'd like to ask about creating more of the flow to bring in something in particular. I feel it's unfolding soon, but would love to. Big messages, people, on the don't come up fully on the telephone screen, so I have to look at my computer over here to see if I can follow the rest. So keep your question as short and succinct as possible while also giving the detail that is needed. So I'm saying keep it short, but make it as long as you need to. And I can't see the rest of it at all, so let me just click on this screen and see if I can actually find it in a different way, except then I'm looking at myself and I need to not be looking at myself. Oh, turn it off. It won't turn off. Okay, here we go. I'll just ignore me. Isha, let me see if I can find your question. Okay, I feel it's unfolding soon, but would love to see what comes up. Wasn't even that much more. Okay, enjoy that. I'd like to ask about creating more of a flow to bring in something in particular. All right, here you go. There's the card for you, and I know you can't read it, as I keep saying. I don't know why I keep saying it, because we all know that now, don't we? The feel card. So, Michelle, what we're saying to you is that if you wish to feel more of the flow, if you wish to create more of the flow, feel your way towards it. Feel your way towards it. I want you to just in this moment close your eyes and imagine a river flowing out. Imagine a river flowing out, and I want you to just simply lean into it and allow it to flow you. Feel what that feels like, to lean in and just become one with the river that's flowing in front of you. Just feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. In other words, what we're saying to you is the thing that you wish to have more flow in, feel it as if you already do. In other words, look at what you want, the result that you want, and feel into what that feels like. And then just madly bringing that feeling all the time. Feel that, feel that, feel that, as though you've got exactly what you wanted. So thank you for that. Okay, moving on, Mariko. Yes, I shall pull a card for you, my dear. We're not going to get through everyone. I'm going to try, but we're not going to, I don't think. So just reminding you that if you don't get your reading today and you would like to have one, you can do one on my website. If you just go to Aleckson.com, and then if you let the banner at the top, if you let it scroll through twice, there will be a free reading picture there that you can click on and go through to the reading room and get your reading anyway if you miss out today. So this is really weird. I'm sitting here, I'm watching myself on here in real time. On my computer I can see myself moving because I can't make it stop for whatever reason, but it's in lag. So it's really bizarre. Okay, Mariko, let's get a card for you. Here we go. Connect. Yeah, connect, connect, connect. We're asking you to get out more, to show up in your presence, because it's your presence that is attractive to people. It's your presence that allows people to know who you are at your highest self level, so to speak, your heart level, at your presence level. So we're saying to you, get out, connect with more people. Perhaps some networking is in order, or some mums groups or something like that. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Just... All right, Jen, I am going to pull a card for you, my dear. And we'll see what comes up for you. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. I really do appreciate it. Just as I'm getting a card for Jen, I'd like to just say, for anybody who is watching, who doesn't know who the heck I am, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Aleckson. I am the soul speaker, giving a voice to the power within. And I do that through direct voice channeling, a highly evolved, non-physical stream of consciousness that we call All That Is. And we provide information, transformation and healing through the vibrational frequency of the words that we speak. And Jen, here we are. Jen, interesting. So this is the Create card, Jen. I feel like it's time for you to actually step out and create the thing that... okay, so I'll be really full on... not full on, but really specific with you, Jen, because I can feel what it is. There's an ebook that wants to be written through you. There's not an ebook, but an opt-in, something to get people interested in what you do. And because I know you do ebooks, I think you do anyway, for other people. We're telling you that do one for yourself, do one for yourself, do one for yourself, do one for yourself. That's what I'm hearing. So start creating whatever it is that you want to be creating, Jen, okay? Don't put it off anymore. It's time for you to create. And we're going to move to Renee now. Hello, darling. Lovely to see you. Love, 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 love you so much. And let's see what card we get for you. Maybe we don't even need a card. Renee, okay, oops, sorry, dropping cards. I was just about to say, Renee, that the words that are coming, the message that we want to give you, or first of all we want to say to you, you're doing so well, keep stepping up. You're heading right towards where you've been wanting to go for so long. Just keep stepping up, stepping up, stepping up, stepping up. Just keep showing up. Just keep stepping up and showing up, and you will get exactly where you want to go. And then, of course, the alchemy card came up. Now, for me, when that card comes out, Renee, it means that you have the ability to take for you, a situation, right? You have the ability to take a situation or an experience and magic it up into pure gold. Pure gold, Renee. You've got something there. And it's around your story. It's around this stepping up that you've been doing lately, around that. And you're on the right track. I know you'll love that message, so thank you. Now, I'm going to just scroll through and just pick up ones that I can, so because I won't be able to do everyone, I'll be skipping some. I do apologise, but as I said, you can get your free reading on my website. We've only got 15 minutes left, so I will come back to you if I skip you and I get time at the end. Right. So I'd like to pull a card for Venus at this point. Hi, lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. And let's see what comes up for you. Well, when I say pull a card, I might not pull a card, but I shuffle the cards just for the heck of it. Keeps me busy while the messages start to come through, specifically for you, Venus, today. And Venus, we've got the flow card for you again today, but there's another message that wants to come through for you. And it's, you know, they said to me, that they started to say in my head, and I wasn't letting the words come out. So I'll just let you know what those words were, which was this. You are far more of a heavenly body than you realise. In other words, what we're saying to you, that you are a galaxy, a planet, a star, gosh, I don't even have the words for it. It's far beyond, you know, the whole planetary system. You are that. You are your own planet, is what they're saying. You are your own planet. You are your own star system. You are your own galaxy. And we know that you know this at some level, but what we're saying to you is become it even more and more and more and more and more. Manifest that, manifest that, manifest that. Manifest that existence for you, and keep doing what you're doing. And you are a heavenly body, is what they're calling you. To me, they're saying she's a heavenly body. So I'm sure that must mean something to you. I can't imagine. I mean, I have some idea, of course. I can see the angelics around you, and all of these sorts of things. So I have some idea, but it might mean something as well to you that's a little bit different than that. So thanks, Venus. I hope that was a nice message for you. Okay, Emma, let's jump. Oh, cancel that. Okay, Emma, let's get a card for you around work and money. So Emma needs a card around work and money. I want to just clean the energy out a little bit. Let's get a card for Emma on work and money. Emma, okay. So the card that's come out for you now, this is a really practical reading for you, Emma, today, and it's the card that came out is the values card. It feels like perhaps you're in a situation at the moment around work and money where your values aren't being matched by the circumstance that you find yourself in. So what we'd like to invite you to do is do some work around your values. Really get clear on what your values are and take them with you. In other words, know what your values are so clearly that you vibrate those values, so that whatever circumstance and situation you find yourself in, you will receive equally to that value. I don't know if that quite makes sense, but I feel that it will impact you energetically as I'm saying it, as you hear it. Your current situation doesn't match your value set, and so you need to make some decisions about being stronger with your values and starting to really vibrate at your values, so that circumstances that match them will start to be created in your life. So Emma, I hope that's been helpful for you. That's around work, and it is also around money and self-value and self-worth and all of those sorts of things that so many of us deal with as we're going through life. So working on self-love. Okay, thanks, Emma. Oh, Maria, thank you. My pleasure to deliver the message of peace. Thank you. Lovely to see you here. I always appreciate your presence, as you know. Thanks, Naomi. Okay, Liz. I'll pull a card for you, Liz, but you know, it would be, I feel like I need to say to you, okay, right now, if you're here still with us, right now, or if you're watching the replay right now, I want you to ask your very specific question, not to me and not to type it in the comments, but just simply be very clear in your head what assistance you are seeking, what guidance you are seeking, what very specifically do you want to know. Make that call now. Ask that question now. Yes, so Liz, you're on a divine mission, my dear. I don't know if you know it as yet, but you are on a divine mission. We all are, but I'm feeling called to say to you, by the way, the mission card came out. So, your mission is coming to the forefront of your life. And what that means is that often everything that doesn't match your mission moving forward has to be left behind. All of that which you carry from your past must be left behind in order for you to move through into your mission, to become all that you wish to be. And we know you wish to be that. You feel it, you know it, you sense it. You just don't know how to get there. The way to get there is to clear out everything that holds you back. Everything that holds you back. Everything that holds you back. In other words, get some healing work done. Do some healing work on yourself if you have the modalities to do that. Or indeed, if you have the presence, to contact your own guidance team and to ask them for assistance. And by the way, you do. Whether you know it or not, all you have to do is ask and then follow the guidance. But many of you can't trust the guidance because you don't trust yourself. So we think in this instance, the first thing to do, Liz, is to find a healer or use your own abilities on yourself because you have them, and allow those parts of you that no longer serve you, those small parts of you that do not serve you anymore, to be released. We see in the human world today that many of you have been relieved of your past, have been cleared of the energetics that perhaps got you to this moment in time, but you don't yet believe it because you're still in the habit of taking the same actions. Change your habits and recognize that in the moment of asking for healing, it is done, because you are so divine that it cannot not be done. In your asking, it is done. So Liz, just with regards to that for you, you've been asking to be something more in the world, and your asking has been answered. Your job is to allow yourself to release everything that holds you away from that. Thank you. All right, just having a quick look. Kimberly, just a very quick thing. I'm not going to do a card reading for you, but as I was looking at your question and scrolling through, I was going to ignore you, but I've got a message coming through for you that says, and sorry, I don't mean to sound rude, I wasn't going to ignore you, I was just going to skip down and see who else was asking for a reading. But you've said here, I want to know about a cycle/situation that won't seem to shift. And the message is very, very clear, Kimberly. In fact, what I said a moment ago was directed at you as well. So, and that often happens in these readings, that if a person doesn't receive their reading, their answer will be given through someone else's reading. But Kimberly, I want to point out to you that the answer for you is in, here's the thing, the situation doesn't exist. The cycle that you're in does not exist in your energy field anymore. It's now existing in your habitual field. In other words, your memories, your brain, your human self. Step beyond that and you'll step beyond the situation that you're speaking of. Okay? All right. Thanks, Jen. Appreciate that. Hello, Dominique. Lovely to see you, and thank you so much for joining us with your beautiful, beautiful presence. Heather, let's do a quick card reading for you. Heather Brown, and we are 6 minutes away from the finish, so I'll do what I can, peoples. I'll do what I can, because as you know, that's what I love to do. I love to serve. I am here to serve. Heather. Oh, Heather, okay, now I don't know you or your situation, but what I'd love to tell you is that the self-care card has come out, which means to me, and what I'm seeing here, is that you're one of those beautiful, beautiful people. as most of us are, and as most of us we're recovering from, where we give all of ourselves and don't keep any for ourselves. Don't give that self-care to ourselves as much as we need to. Now, in the cycles that we're in the evolution that we're going through at the moment, self-care is imperative for you. You need to start having time for yourself. You need to start being willing to say no, to set boundaries, so to speak. But more than that, and this is the crux of it, you need to start knowing yourself as we know you. You need to know yourself as love. This is what we know you as. This is what we know you as. This is who you are. Please recognize that. Please, in this moment, Heather, drop down and notice that you can feel that in your heart right now. That recognition of, yes, that is who I am. I can feel it in my heart. Tap into that. Every moment, Heather, tap into it, tap into it, tap into it, tap into it. It will change your world. Thank you. Whew. That was a nice reading. And I feel the goosebumps. And that was not just for Heather. There were some other people waiting for that message as well. Oh, Rachel, thank you so much. We love having you be a part of today's energy as well. Thank you. Meta, I will do a card for you. Let's see what comes out. I do hope I'm saying your name correctly. I speak energetically and vibrationally, so I often mispronounce people's names. So let's get a card for you. Here we go. Oh, look, we've got the Create card as well. You're another person who's got so much creativity inside you, but you hold yourself back from truly creating what you wish to create. There's a gift that you have. There's a gift that you have. Wow. There's a gift that you have and you're not giving it. Find a way to create. Oh, sorry, not find a way. Create a way create a way for you to give your gift more and more and more. It's a beautiful gift and it deserves to be given. Thank you. Thanks, Meta. I hope that was a nice message for you. Ah. All right, just scrolling. Just scrolling. Just scrolling. Oh, Diane, let's pull a card for you, Diane Sully, because you're asking about finances will improve. Wanting to know if your finances will improve. Now, I won't give a yes or no answer to that, but what I will do is we'll pull a card and we'll offer some guidance to help you to improve your financial situation, or at least that's what I'm thinking at the moment, but in the next moment that might change. So let me just get a card for you, Diane. This is going to be the last reading, so I'll just say goodbye to everybody who's going to leave us as we finish up. I will still be doing Diane's reading, and if it goes quickly I may fit one more in. So as I shuffle the cards for Diane, I would like to invite you to, or remind you to go in the draw to win the 20-minute session with me, valued at $97. The way to win that is to share this live or the replay, to like my page, which is Anne Aleckson Transformational Speaker, and to tag a friend in the comments so that they can also come along and enjoy the messages that we've shared today. So if you've enjoyed it, it would be wonderful if you would share it, whether you want to enter the competition or not. We do this, the Money Flow Show, every single Monday, midday. That's Australian Eastern Standard Time for those of you who are elsewhere. And every single week, the winner of the competition, the session with me, will be drawn in 48 hours, so on Wednesday, just after midday. And of course, if you are interested in working further with me, just up here in the comments and in the description, there is a link to book a session with me. I do want to let you know, for those of you who have worked with me before, the price is about to go up. It's going up in, I can't remember, but it's in about 5 weeks' time. The price is going to go up substantially. So now is the time to book a session if you want to book a session. I am making some changes in my business, and the one-on-one time will need to be changed to accommodate those things. So please, if you do want a session with me, please do book now while it's still at the lower price. And thank you so much for your presence and for being here with me today. I'm just lastly pulling a card for Diane. Can you tell me if my finances will improve? And here we go. I'm going to tap into... Makes perfect sense, Diane. As the card comes out, I start laughing because it makes perfect sense. It didn't, but it does as soon as I see it. I'm going to get the guides to come through for you, Diane. They feel like they want to talk to you, more so to help you with the vibrational changes that need to happen in you as we read for you. So, Diane, you've asked, can you tell me if my finances will improve? Now, as I mentioned to you before, as I was shuffling, I said to you that I'm not going to give you a yes or no answer, but I might. And that was interesting to me because I've never responded like that before. And so what we want to say to you is that, yes, your finances will improve the minute you start taking action. You see, the card that came out for you was action, and it's simply a reminder that movement forward can only be achieved through action. The clock must tick to move forward. You must take action, lift your leg, step forward to achieve what you want to achieve. You must take action. Now, we're saying it to you like this because we know that there are things that you want to do. We know that there are things that you have thought to do. We know that there are things that you have dreamed of doing. Go and do one or more of those things and your finances will improve indeed. Thank you. We are done. Thank you, Diane. I hope that message was helpful to you. I hope that makes sense. And I hope the delivery was kind, because we can be quite strong sometimes. Whatever you're dreaming of doing, Diane, just start doing it, all right? Really, I feel that very strongly. So once again, thank you all so very much for joining me. I absolutely love gathering with you like this, as we do every Monday, and I love each and every one of you. You are loved. Indeed, you are love. Now just remember that. Remember that you are love and start living as that. Thank you.